I'm Barclays football ambassador Chelsea Grimes, and this is Beyond the Ball, a socially distanced interview with some of the biggest names in English football. Today, I'm joined by Aston Villa's manager, Dean Smith. Hey Dean, how are you doing in this crazy time?
Very weird. I think it has been for everybody. At this moment in time, the last 10 years have been in management, so I never get a chance to have a spell like this at home, and it's seriously been weird. I even know when the bins need to go out now, so the wife is quite happy.
Yeah, you're learning. What else have you been doing to keep yourself occupied apart from putting the bins out?
Well, dog walking. I think the dog even turns his head away now in the morning when I want to take him for a run. He's lost a lot of weight, so. But no, I mean, to be honest, I've had to see it as an opportunity. As bad as the virus and the pandemic is, we're in a position in the league where we can reset a little bit, and I've managed to do a review with each individual player by video link. They're probably a bit more used to it than I am, but it's been good, and we've got them in groups now as well. So we have group chats, 3 or 4 times a week. So we're making the most of it as much as we can anyway.
A little birdie told me that you've been learning Spanish as well in your spare time.
Yeah. Habla español un poco. But my Spanish I'm better at listening to it and understanding it than certainly talking it at the moment. But yeah, when I first went to Brentford, there was I started having a class once every couple of weeks, and I've kind of lost touch with it since I come to Villa, and I just thought it'd be an opportunity now to get an app on the phone and start refreshing again. So I've managed to do a little bit of that.
So I have also heard, and I've been doing this as well, I've got a little sister and I've been making her for homework watch some of the old Liverpool games, but you've been watching a few classics, haven't you? What have you been watching?
I certainly have. I mean, I've got an exercise bike at the top of the garden, and I was watching the '87 FA Cup final the other day. Coventry Tottenham. But there's loads of old games, and I was fortunate through the first 3 or 4 weeks of lockdown, and it seemed to be showing last year's playoff final, Villa and Derby, so it was a nice one to watch for sure.
It is so nostalgic to be watching the old stuff. Just going back really quickly, because I do think it's important to ask, what was it like in March when we did find out that football could stop? What was that first initial few weeks like for you?
Yeah, I don't think anybody really understood what was happening, because it was just, I think the word everybody's used is unprecedented. And, it was like, really, a lockdown? And, and here we are now 6 or 7 weeks later. I never ever felt I would ever experience this in my lifetime, but we're having to find new ways to deal with things at the moment.
Being a professional player yourself, what's like the longest time out you've been, whether it's due to injury or whatever? Do you feel like this is at all similar?
Yeah, I mean, I had a similar injury to John McGinn, fractured fibula when I was playing. So I think I got injured at the end of September and came back in March. And it's climbing the walls. It really is, because you just want to play football. You want to be out training with the boys, and you want to be out running. So it's a really difficult time for them, because they are young men, they are energetic, they're restricted in doing that at the moment. So it is tough for them.
Let's go into social media. So obviously, we love it as football fans to see what the players are up to, and it's a whole new world. But for a manager, is it a headache? Do you wake up and think, oh, what have they done today?
I'm starting to understand it a little bit more than I did before. I've got an Instagram account that probably most of the lads don't know I've got, so I can see what they get up to. Yeah, I mean, I've got JT as my assistant manager, who's the king of social media. So, I get to see an awful lot what's going on. But, it's the modern day. My kids are on it. They're 17 and 22, and they can police the players for me. So, thankfully, the players are well aware of the do's and don'ts.
Yeah, you just mentioned JT, John Terry. He is very active on social media, and he's been doing a lot of fundraising and stuff like that. Is there anything else that you've seen this week on social media that you've been really impressed by?
Yeah, I mean, JT. I mean, the fact that he's nearly raised 250 grand is an incredible achievement. Yeah. And I saw that Jack Grealish as well. He put his shirt that he scored the winner against Birmingham in the derby last season. He put that up for auction, and ended up getting over 50 grand as well.
Wow.
So there's been some amazing things that the players have done, and unfortunately, not all that good stuff makes it to the press. It's normally the not so good stuff.
Next, we've got the social media shootout. So this is a bit of a game for you, okay? I've picked 5 posts from managers or players. I'll give you the clue, and you've just got to guess who it is.
Okay, no problem. Fire away.
Okay, Dean. Question 1. We've seen a load of players doing the home goal challenge, but which Leicester City striker roped in his whole family to do it? Go on. Who is it going to be?
Vardy?
All right, let's see.
Hi, we're the Vardy family, and we're doing it.
Well done. I tried to throw you off there, but yeah, you got it. That was good. Have you tried that yet?
I haven't. No, I've actually seen a few of the rugby players do it. With the rugby ball as well. It looks really, really tough.
It's funny. No matter if you score or not, just the run up alone is just hilarious.
I'd be scared I'd injure myself.
All right, question 2. Which Arsenal defender celebrated his 33rd birthday with 4 familiar-looking friends? That's your clue. He's 33, if that helps.
Oh, yeah. David Luiz, then.
How has he even done that? I want to know. Has he got a green screen going on? That's
brilliant.
Good. All right, question 3. You're doing well, 2 out of 2. Let's see if we can get you here. Which Manchester United midfielder has significantly improved his footwork during lockdown?
Oh, Lingard's been doing some stuff online, hasn't he? And some fitness programs. Is it Lingard?
Let's see. It's not Lingard, it's Pereira, but wow, that's quite good. I mean, these footballers, they might have a job at some, I don't know, film or something. Cause...
Very handy way to get the top off the milk.
Yeah, if you walked in the kitchen and your wife was doing that, it might be a bit off. All right, so we got that one. We got you on that one. Question 4. This Evertonian midfielder is all about maintaining a routine. Who is it? It's a bit vague.
Delph?
It's Gomez. I love that he's like just signing autographs to make sure he hasn't forgot how to write his name.
He's even got his own gaming chair by the look of it.
I know he has. He's keeping warmed up. All right. So last question, question 5. Which clean-cut Chelsea midfielder is trialing a very different lockdown look?
I've seen this. This is Mason Mount, isn't it?
Let's have a look.
What do you think of
that? What do you think of it?
It looks like he's put a bit of colour in that tash.
I reckon Grealish could pull one of them off as well, to be honest.
He probably could,
he's a suave guy, isn't he? He's pretty suave.
Certainly.
Okay, Dean, done pretty well. 3 out of 5. How do you feel?
I'm happy with that. 60%. Very good.
You've been on social media more than you're letting on, I think. All right, Dean. So we've asked some fans at home if there's anything that they'd like to ask you. So we've got a few questions in, if you don't mind.
Yeah, no problem at all.
Okay, so this first one in is from Aston Villa, and it says, out of all the summer signings, who's impressed you the most?
It's a tough one. I mean, I suppose Tom Heaton, because he understands the league. He's been in the league before. It was just a position that I felt would strengthen us by bringing in an experienced goalkeeper. And he's been there, seen it and done it. And unfortunately, he got injured on New Year's Day, which put him out for the season. So, he's one who adapted straight away. But there's others, Douglas Luiz, for instance, who came in from the Brazilian international, who's played an awful lot of games in the Premier League. He was playing La Liga last year, so he's found it a little bit different. And we had a couple of lads from the Belgian leagues as well, Bjorn Engels, Wesley, who also got injured, and Marvellous Nakamba. And, I just love the name, Marvellous Nakamba.
Great name, really great name. So from the same Aston Villa, he's also asked, how proud does it make you to see so many academy players getting recognition, and are you excited for the future in the first team?
Yeah, no, really proud when I see any of the members of the academy breaking through. We've got one at the moment who's one of the best players in the league, in Jack Grealish, who's come through the system. And it's always good to see when you've got somebody who's local like that. We've had a couple of other debuts, like Jacob Ramsey, who's now gone on loan to Doncaster. And we've got a lad, Indiana Vasilev, who's also made his debut. So we've got a few young players coming through, and the system's working. But we've got a new academy director who's, I'll say new, he's probably been in the building 9 or 10 months now. But it's always a longer term project, and probably takes 3 or 4 years to bear fruit. But we're really interested because the owners want to actually invest into the future of the football club, and the academy is a major part of that. So, we're really looking forward to seeing them come through.
The next question is from Total Villa, and they said, what Aston Villa player did you idolise growing up?
Oof. There was a few, to be honest. I mean, when I first started following Aston Villa, it was Andy Gray. We just signed him from Dundee United, I think it was, and he brave, stick his head in anywhere, and was scoring diving headers and goals from anywhere. But probably the one who stood out was Gordon Cowans. He's one of the top appearance makers for Aston Villa.
And he's also asked, after becoming a manager in the lower leagues, did you ever think you'd live every Villa fan's dream and manage your boyhood club?
No, I didn't. So, I mean, the goal obviously was to, get to a position where I can manage in the Premier League, which I'm doing now. But it's tough in the lower leagues, and my respect goes out to everybody who's working there now. I've done a webinar the other day talking about my coaching journey. I've always wanted to obviously manage Aston Villa, but when the opportunity arose, only too happy to do it, and really pleased that we could get promoted in that first season back to the Premier League. But 10 years ago to where I am now, no, I couldn't have seen it, that's for sure.
Okay, and finally, I'm interested to hear if there's anything from these few weeks, that you, like you said, that you can turn into a positive out of this whole crazy time. You're
getting to hear the voice and opinions of maybe others that you wouldn't do in a normal meeting room with all the players together. So it's been nice to get a couple of viewpoints from players who normally wouldn't probably speak up in a meeting. So yeah, it's opened the floor to a lot more opinions and knowledge from the group.
Yeah, for sure. And like you just mentioned, you've not enjoyed it, but you kind of taken a positive out of being home. Do you think that, once the game does go back, you'll take, I don't know, a bit more of this, trying to balance family and work a bit more, or what have you taken out of it?
Yeah, no, I think you have to. I mean, listen, family is the most important thing to anyone. We normally in this business get 2 weeks holiday where you get to share with your family, and we've had 6 or 7 weeks together. So it's been really good to actually give some of my time back to the family.
Dean, thank you so much. It's been an absolute pleasure talking to you.
No problem. Really enjoyed it. Thank you.
Hope you enjoyed the episode, guys. Check out the Barclays Football social feeds to find out who my next guest will be on Beyond the Ball. See you later.